Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Looking forward to this one. We're going to take a closer look at the Mother's Ultimate Hybrid Ceramic Spray Wax. And just a little while ago, we took a look at their new ceramic wax. It was like a liquid version of their wax. Not too impressive. So hopefully this fares a little bit better. And for a little bit of comparison, so we know where we stand, we're going to put it up against something we should all be familiar with by now, and that's Meguiar's version of a ceramic spray wax. So with any of these products, again, prep is going to be key. So I take my time and I do proper prep even on this test panel. A wash, decon, a polish or a cleaner polish at the bare minimum. And we'll get both of these on the same panel. We're going to break out the whiteboard, keep track of some things, and do a bit of a comparison and have some fun. I don't do these comparisons to put one product down or lift another one up, so to speak. Just a comparison for something that's already been out in the community and has a good standing. When it comes to price, 24 ounces, $13.99 for Mother's. That comes out to 58 cents an ounce. For Meguiar's, 26 ounces for $14.99, and that comes out to 57 cents per ounce. So by a penny, Meguiar's is the better buy. The Mother's Ultimate Hybrid Ceramic Spray Wax can be used as a standalone product. It can be used as a boost for an existing protectant, and the directions are as noted. Spray the ceramic wax liberally onto a small area using a clean, dry microfiber. Gently spread the product over the panel or the surface. Allow a few minutes for the product to bond to the surface, and then wipe clean with a separate dry microfiber, and repeat this process until the entire vehicle is coated. You can layer this product in case you're not used to SiO2 and you want to make sure that you have a nice even layer. You could put a second coat on there. If you come upon high spots, just use the product, apply it to the affected area. It will reactivate it and you can wipe the high spot freely. It really is quite easy to use. Spray on, wipe off. Next, the Meguiar's version of the spray wax, and this is just a slightly different way of applying it. It's a spray and rinse product, but for the foundation layer, after the car has been washed, I recommend decon and polishing as well, but while it's still wet, you want to get a foundation layer on there, so get some of the product onto a panel and use a microfiber to spread out evenly as you can, and then buff dry with a drying towel or another microfiber. After that, you can do the spray and rinse method. So different ways of getting the SiO2 and the wax, whatever's in these rich formulas from the bottle to the panel, but the result will be pretty much very similar. When it comes to application and removal, that's really all there is to it. So we're going to give it plenty of time to cure. As cure time, there's information all over the place on these products, but I can't get back to this for a few days anyways. But when I do, the first thing I want to do is see if there's a difference in slickness, in the feel. And there is a slight difference. The Mother side feels, to me, a little bit more like silk than the Meguiar side. Let's get the blocks out, and we'll put a little bit of science behind this. Just setting the block down on the Mother side, it just wants to take off right away, even with the panel flat on the horses here. But with the slightest incline or tilt, that block goes flying off. And then shortly after, the Meguiar's block comes off as well. X marks the spot when it comes to slickness in the Mother's section. Let's move on to gloss. We'll start with the Mother's section first. We're going to get an average of 90.2 gloss units in the mother section. Anything over 90 gloss units gives your vehicle a nice, deep, glossy look. The spray waxes give it a wet look, if you like that. So let's jump on over to the Meguiar side. Okay, 94.7 gloss units in that section. Guys, I can tell you anything over 4 to 5 units jump when it comes to gloss units is easily visible with the naked eye. So maybe that alone is enough to steer you towards the Meguiars if it comes between these two. But there's the information. What you do with it is up to you. Let's move on. When it comes to heat, can these put up with any type of heat at all? We're going to aim. We have a bullseye on the sections here with the arrow, both bottom left-hand corners of the sections. We'll aim heat at it until it spikes 180 degrees in both areas. And we'll keep an eye on these areas where we introduce the heat as we take the panel outside and introduce it to water. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Now that the panel's upside down, remember, Mother's is on the right, Meguiar's is on the left. And the areas where we introduce the heat to, top right-hand corner of both. I first want to remove the tape before we go any further. I don't have this listed on the whiteboard. I don't know how important it is to really anybody, but the jetting effect. And that is, how do these products make the areas look darker and richer and give the areas some depth? That is an easy winner. The top right corner there, you can see the outlines. And then on the left side, that's Meguiar's again. Remember which side we're looking at. So there's an easy winner there, but I don't have that on the whiteboard. Let's just get to water behavior. A rather decent visible difference between the two, and I prefer the Meguiar side when it comes to water behavior beating. The next few tests, we'll take a look at chemical resistance and durability, and we're going to do the 10 wash test. You'll notice right away, this is a strip wash again, pretty much the same thing every time I do a video. It's going to have the Atom strip wash, 1 ounce, and then another ounce of the auto foam from Built Hamber, which is slightly alkaline. So yeah, not the easiest pH neutral shampoos to baby a protection. So this will, a 10 wash test will tell you a lot. Some of the products we have tested do not make it past 1, 2, or 3 washes. So a 10 wash test using a strip wash and a highly alkaline auto foam, which is a pre-treat, didn't affect these areas whatsoever. I will dry off the panel. I want to show you the right side, the mother's side. You could still see that dark, rich jetting effect that it has on the panel. By the way, where we held the heat gun and brought it up to 180 degrees plus, no difference in either area. So when it comes to heat, that's a wash. And once again, the products are still prominent. You can see the jetting effect on both sides. A big difference between the mother's side here on the right and Meguiar's on the left. A little bit harder to tell where that distinct line is, where the protection is and isn't. So let's move on. When it comes to chemical resistance, durability, they're pretty much hand in hand. Let's start with an all-purpose cleaner. Again, I try to mention this in every video. There's nothing that takes the place of what Mother Nature can throw at your vehicle when it's out on the roadway, when it comes to traffic film, heat, rain, weather, inclement weather. So this can give me a lot of information, but if you want the true telltale sign of what a product can do for you, spray it on your vehicle, wash it, but don't top it, and see how far it will go. That will give you the true test. Having a panel sitting in your backyard, it doesn't do crap. Having it sitting in your garage as a garage queen, for a classic or an antique or a collectible, that doesn't tell you much either. Test on a daily driver. So we have a nice close race when it comes to comparing these two. It's a really good comparison to similar products, only slightly different in the way they get the SiO2 from the bottle to the panel. Let's wash it, make sure there's no film or residue hiding the characteristics of both sections, and we'll move on. Okay, both did very well there. Let's switch to another product that has a bit of a sting to it, the Turtle Wax wheel and tire cleaner. We'll foam that onto both sections, let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it in with a towel as well, and then rinse, and then wash it and see where we stand from there. Protection's still there, but on the Meguiar side, whatever's in the formula to give it its nice beading properties is fading a little bit in the bottom left corner. Let's dry it off and move on. Citral 266, really harsh on sealants and coatings. We'll douse both sections, let it sit for a few minutes, rinse it, wash it, and take a look. Nothing close when it comes to the durability. We do have an obvious winner. The mother side still has some decent protection there, just very slow sheeting in the Meguiar side. And X marks the spot when it comes to durability. That goes to mother. So we have three X's in one side, three in the other. The price may swing you one way. The gloss, which was quite impressive, a big difference, may swing you another. Let me know down in the comment section which one would be the better buy, which one do you prefer, or if you don't use either, which one do you use? This has been fun. Much more of these coming. Brian from Apex Detail. I'll catch you later.